I'm pissed off because this corner of the internet does what it always fucking does. They shit on good things for thinly veiled political reasons, and I'm sick of it. I'm not going to spoil anything huge because I want you all to feel the joy I felt yesterday. Joy that some people will try to hide from you because they think it makes them look better, but real ones know it makes them look worse. I saw the Marvels yesterday. I caught the earlier screening, so I wouldn't accidentally be spoiled any more than I'd already been spoiled. And so I wouldn't fall victim to the very predictable hate campaign that's been running for the last few months. The beginning of the movie wowed me, and I just kept being wowed all the way through. I was literally going, wow, at like 20 different moments throughout the film. And there were at least three cry-worthy moments that happened in the film. But, I have so much testosterone, I don't really cry anymore. But the movie was made with so much care, and it's clearly a love letter to anyone who's ever loved a Captain Marvel comic or a movie or a Ms. Marvel anything. Every actor gave a top-notch performance. Uh, I know a lot of people hate Brie Larson, but even if you, for some reason, hate her, it's still worth watching for Oscar award-winning Samuel L. Jackson, who's gold every time he touches the screen, or any of the other actors such as Amani, who plays an amazing young Ms. Marvel who elevates herself above her comic book counterpart in a way where you understand that the character is absolutely deserving of a Disney Plus show and a movie and whatever else, because frankly the MCU has great writers, and I'm not afraid to say it. And thank God for the actors and the writers strike being over so we can get back at it. Plus, comics can't benefit from star power the way uh, movies do. No pun intended. The music choices were amazing, especially leading up to the climax, and we get to understand more about Captain Marvel and the Rambos, and you just come away being awed at the whole lot of it. And the treat is even sweeter if you saw the original Captain Marvel, which luckily a lot of people did, because there's a lot of ties back to it. You don't need to have seen it, but uh, you get more emotionally invested in certain characters if you do. Even the dumbest thing about the movie is absolutely entertaining once you see it on screen. You might have heard about it, but it's really fun. I couldn't hate a damn thing about this movie because they never forgot that you were there to be entertained, which is what these movies should do. It's what the best superhero movies do. So yeah, I would say this is one of the best superhero movies of all time, and maybe one of the funnest and funniest actually. The problem is no one can admit it because there's a whole movement of mostly white dudes and dudes that hope to pass as white, whose whole existence relies on this movie being thought of as bad. It needs to fail so they can receive some sort of validation for all the work they did trying to sabotage it. These are people who don't actually think for themselves anymore and yet claim to be bastions of free thought, but wouldn't know free thought if they grew up with it and married it. These people are joy vampires, and fuck every last one of them. Uh, they're more craven than the hunter, but their shaky justification comes via looking at their bank statements. But what about all the unpaid political hacks that they've created? The useful idiots who they have regurgitating their talking points, but instead of being regular Republicans like their dads, they just get online and screech woke, 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 Ray Skywalker, Brie Larson, Mary Sue, Gina Carano, all that bullshit. We all know who most of them are, but the hard truth is at one point, you might have become one or come close when you were feeling pissed off at the state of things, which doesn't make you a bad person, just makes you a carrier slash spreader of the non-thinking virus. But the most damning thing about the middleman of disinformation is all the collateral trust issues you create. And it's only right that they make Disney their enemy, because think about how much joy Disney has given people over time. Like even while you hate them, they're still making things that are touching people, even if it's not your cup of tea at the moment. Um, and so people are discovering their favorite thing all the time, and half the time that will be a thing that Disney had something to do with. Either they created it or they bought it and keep it going for you, even if you disagree with exactly how they're doing it. But my problem is not with Disney. It's with these amoral YouTube view whores, digital carnival barkers who live to stop other people from having fun. I think everyone should go see the Marvels for yourself, and I think you'll love it, like the crowd I was with yesterday did. Thank you.